Divorce is a scary thing. It's not like we divorce every day, so we really don't know what our rights are and what the process is. It's something we learn as we go, and we try to make the best decisions that will shape our new future. Divorce can also bring a lot of emotion and fear. Fear that we won't get what we are entitled to, and fear that everything will be taken away from us. Luckily, there are laws put in place to protect both spouses and laws that will make divorce fair for both sides. The trick is to learn the laws and know what your rights are so you can have a fair outcome. I'm going to go through the 9 common myths of divorce regarding the marital home and hopefully put your mind at ease and help educate you about your rights when it comes to divorce or separation. So here we go. One of you needs to move out when you separate. False. Each spouse has as much legal right to live in the home as the other one does until the court decides or one of you agrees to move out. Not wanting your ex to live with you in the house is not enough reason to lock him out. If there's abuse, the best thing to do is to seek a lawyer's advice and not stay in that situation. Your spouse can sell the house anytime they want. False. Under the BC Family Law Act, your spouse can't list the marital home without your consent. The house is in my spouse's name, so I'm not entitled to it. False. Spouses who live together for more than 2 years, regardless if they're married or not, are considered to be equal partnerships of family property, including real estate, assets, and investments. You could lose everything if you move out of the home. False. Under the BC Law Act, family property and family debt are shared equally when spouses separate, regardless of whose name is on title. Unless otherwise stated, for example, if there's a prenuptial agreement in place, there are some exemptions including excluded property, gifts, and inheritances. My spouse won't sign the listing contract, so we can't sell the marital home. False. The marital home cannot be listed for sale without the other spouse's consent, even if the title is in the other spouse's name. However, you can ask the courts to make an order to force the sale of the house. All family property must be divided 50-50 after a divorce. False. All family property gets divided equally unless it's excluded property, property owned before you got together, and inheritances. Property does not get divided in a common law relationship. False. Common law relationships have similar rights as married couples. For couples who have been together for more than 2 years, have a right to share equally in any property acquired during the relationship. Again, property acquired beforehand are exempt. I bought this house before I was married, so the house is mine. False. Any property you owned before you and your spouse lived together is excluded property, which means you don't have to split the value equally. But if the property increases in value while you're living together, that increased value is part of family property and is divided equally between the two of you when you separate. I'm entitled to the house my spouse received in inheritance. False. Inheritances and gifts are considered excluded property, but there are ways an inheritance can lose its exclusion and may become a shared asset or a family asset. If an inheritance is received and the property is put in both names, or if an inheritance was used to pay down the mortgage on the family home, it becomes a shared asset. It is important when one gets an inheritance or a gift to protect it from becoming a future division in a divorce. Key is to know the law regarding divorce and to know the divorce process. Knowledge is king if you want a fair outcome. Don't listen to your spouse, your friends, or your family about what you're entitled to. Learn it for yourself and make the right decision for your future. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If it was helpful, give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe below if you would like to see more content, and I'll see you soon.